Hi everyone, my name's Amanda Hammond. I'm a qualitative senior research executive at Opinium, who are a market research agency based in London. And I'm also the current winner of the AQR Parker Prize for Emerging Talent. So as the current winner, I'm here to chat about the Parker Prize and answer a few questions. So let's just dive right in. So naturally, winning the Parker Prize has helped me professionally. So it contributed to me getting a promotion at work, and has put a spotlight on the qualitative team at Opinion as well. And whilst that is fabulous, that's brilliant for my career and also for my team at Opinion. This award has helped me so much more than just professionally. So I used the prize fund to go on a week-long in-person stand-up comedy course. And during that week, I was taught kind of, how to write jokes, how to perform on stage and, how to develop a stand-up persona as well. And then at the end of the week, I was invited to perform a set that I'd written. And that experience has just pushed me out of my comfort zone completely, which was terrifying, don't get me wrong, but fantastic as well. And it also taught me so much more about myself than any self-help book ever has and probably ever could teach me. The process was simple. Firstly, my career manager, Lorianne, filled in the entry form, and I also wrote a few words for the submission as well. We sent that off, and then nominations were reviewed by the judging panel. And then not too long after that, myself and 5 other candidates were invited to a virtual session with a small group of the judges. Now, during this session, the judges asked us a couple of questions about ourselves, in both a personal and professional capacity, as well as kind of questions about the prize itself, and what we might do with that. So, as an example, they asked about our roles, what we do on a day-to-day basis, what we've done in our careers that we were proud of, and importantly, what we would spend the prize money on if we won it, as well as a couple of other things, other questions designed to kind of get to know us better, as well. Now, the thought of attending a session like that was quite nerve-wracking, and I was very, very, very nervous beforehand. But the judges I spoke to were lovely, and really made it a comfortable experience in the end. And it was a good way for them to get to know me, outside of the submission that was written, and also a good way for me to get to know them as well. And then not too long after that session with the judges, I attended the AQR's AGM and summer party, which is where they announced the winner. And I got a very snazzy trophy too, which sits on my desk, and I get to look at every day. My first piece of advice is to the people writing the nominations on behalf of someone else, be creative with it. Appreciate that is quite, blue sky sort of thinking, quite cliche, so to speak. But as an example, my career manager, Lorianne, nominated me last year and wrote my submission in the style of a short story. So she split it into chapters, into 3 chapters, and then each chapter communicated a key reason why I was deserving of the award. And then within those chapters, we weaved in quotes from people that I work with, some of my colleagues. She also sent out kind of a request over email to send words that people would use to describe me, and then included a word cloud within the story as well. So, you know, we tried to make it as creative as possible and think outside the box a little bit. And also, whilst the person being nominated doesn't have to contribute, I would highly recommend that they do. So again, the more creative, the better you can be with that. For my submission, I wrote my kind of supporting section in the form of a letter to my 17-year-old self. And 17 was actually the age that I started my career in market research. So again, just try to be as creative as possible. Then my next bit of advice, and this one as well, might be kind of slightly meta, but really do let the personality of the candidate shine through in the nomination. So I think this links back to being a bit creative with the submission. I think you can show a personality through that, and definitely sprinkle, you know, achievements throughout. Achievements are important, and I would definitely include those, but more importantly, let the candidate's flair, charisma and passion for their job especially shine through. One of the things I love about this prize is that you do win a £500 prize fund towards personal development. So my third piece of advice would be to have an idea of what you're going to spend the prize fund on, but more importantly, how it will benefit you, and then include that in your submission and tell the judges about that during the online session with them if you get to that point. So saying, for example, that you'll use the prize fund towards filling gaps in your knowledge might be a little bit broad, in my opinion. Now, that's not to say that you need to know exactly what course you're going to do and what date and whereabouts in the country. As an example, I didn't know the specifics, but I think having a good idea will definitely help you stand out.